So what is good, people? Welcome to another investing video. In this video, we're going to be doing a deep dive into DexFinance. This time I'm going to be showing you pretty much all the different ways that you can earn money with DexFinance. If you're following my Investing $1 a Day series, I do have a couple of things that I'm invested in DexFinance, but there's actually a lot more that you can do with it besides just those two investments that I have going. So I figured, you know what, I will do a full video talking about all the different things you can do with it because I have had people asking me questions about it. And this way you can decide for yourself what you want to do if you're not interested in the investments that I already show in that series. And if you're not watching that series, it's a good series. You should check it out. So here we are on the front page of the app for DexFinance. You can see they have highlighted the Dex Vaults, Dex Swap, and Dex ETF. We're going to be talking in depth about the Dex Vaults and the Dex ETF. So on the front, they show their tokens for their platform. We got the GDEX, which is currently at $48.47, and USDEX Plus, which is $1. So USDEX Plus is a stable coin, so it stays at $1, which is good to know. Of course, you have a total TVL of over $6 million. This is how much assets they have under management, and that is from the team and from other investors. In the treasury, you can see that they have over $2 million, and they have over $500 in revenue from the things that they're investing with the treasury. So they do have their CertiK audits, security scored, and things like that. So we're going to jump first we're going to save Dex Vaults because that's kind of big and a lot going on there. We're going to first jump into the Dex ETF. So Dex ETF, this is just basically kind of like it sounds. You're going to have a bunch of different tokens, and they're going to act as an ETF. So let's say you want to hold, what's a good one? The 50/50 blue chip. So let's say you wanted to hold both Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you wanted to hold them equally together. And so if we click on View Fund, we can see that if you were to invest into this, you would get a 50 BC ETF token, and this token would represent 50% Bitcoin and 50% Ethereum. And you would actually do that here under the Mint tab, and you can use Ethereum, USDT, or USDC to actually mint that token. Once you have that token, then that token will go up and down in value just depending on what Bitcoin and Ethereum does. And so if you're bullish about the overall market, then this is a great ETF to hold. And once you are done holding the token, you go here to burn, and then you can actually get your either Bitcoin or Ethereum or both back from burning the token. So you can see here the single assets. You could just click on max or however much you want to burn, and you would choose which asset you want to get back. Oh, you can also get USDT and USDC back. And if you want multi-asset, then you would just do the same thing. You would burn however much you want, or click on max to burn it all. And this is what you would get back. You would get back 48% in Bitcoin and 51% in Ethereum. So the ETFs are just a way for you to hold particular assets and not having to worry about balancing your portfolio. It's going to keep all of the assets perfectly balanced in each of them. And so you can just invest and go about your way, not really worry about anything. So you can see the TVL for each of them. This is pretty much letting you know the amount of faith that the investors have. So they put almost 7,000 into this one, which is the GDEX Maxi. And this is both of the coins for DexFinance. And so you can see you have GDEX and USDEX Plus, and it is 75% GDEX and 25% USDEX. So if you were bullish about DexFinance and you think they're going to do some good things and they're going to keep growing, keep doing a lot of stuff, then this would be the ETF to hold. And of course, it works the same way as the other one we saw with the mint and the burn functions. So that is pretty much it for DEX ETF. If you want to decide which tokens you actually want to hold, of course, you will have to do some research to figure out what each of the tokens are, what are their future, if it's something that you want to get into. So now moving on, we are going to go to US DEX Plus. So USDX Plus, right now, the only thing you can do here, so you can't mint USDX Plus anymore. It is temporarily disabled, but this is where you would go to turn USDC into USDX Plus. This over here, so this is just the V1 migration. This is where if you had USDX when it was on the Binance Smart Chain before they migrated to Arbitrum, it would be locked up in here. And so that is why I have $34.23 locked up in here. That is the US DEX that I had over on the Binance Smart Chain. And it got migrated over to the Arbitrum blockchain, and then it was automatically staked into this pool. And so you can see that I am earning 15% APR on it. And this is how much I've gotten back in USDEX. So it turned the old USDEX into ES USDEX. And I'm getting this back in return. And I also am getting a principal return as well. So there's 20 cents there and 88 cents there. So a little over $1, which is not much, but I only have $34.23 in here. And that is because this is for my $1 a day series. And so I'm making very small investments for that series. But so far I am way up on my investment. This was actually 28, was it $28? I think it was originally $28. And now it is about $36. So it's doing very well in that. You got your GDEX here. So GDEX, of course, is another native token. And this is where you can stake GDEX and earn USDEX Plus. So as you can see, you can actually deposit GDEX and you earn 4.26% APR, which is paid out in USDEX Plus. And you can see there is a TVL of over 4 million. So there is a lot of GDEX staked in here. A lot of people feel good about GDEX enough to get 4 million, almost 5 million staked into there. So that is it as far as the native site itself. The big money maker is the DEX vaults. So these are yield farming vaults. They have all these different blockchains here, and you would just deposit the different tokens and earn whatever the APY is. So for example, this GDEX Maxi 100 ETF. Now, a lot of these are created by users and not the team, and so they're going to have all kinds of crazy names. But you can see if you just deposit your GDEX into here, you would earn a 4% annual return, and there is a 0.01% daily return. And one of the cool things about these vaults is you can actually look at the performance of how well the vaults did, and you can look at the history of everyone using the vaults. So you can see what everyone is depositing and withdrawing. So it's a great way for you to just kind of figure out whether or not you want to get into it by seeing what everyone else is doing and by looking at the actual performance of the vaults. So there are a ton of vaults here. I'm not going to go into all of them. It looks like Arbitrum is probably the most popular blockchain because that is the blockchain that DexFinance has invested the most in. But if you are looking for specific things like a specific token, you can search for it. If you wanted a BTC vault, then it would pull up all the Bitcoin vaults. And so if you wanted to pair Bitcoin with something else, like Bitcoin with Ethereum here, you can earn a 27% APY. You can also, let me head back. You can also pair it up with stable coins. You can pair it up with basically whatever. Now, keep in mind that these APYs are not fixed. They do change over time. A lot of it is going to depend on the popularity of the vault. So when the vault is really popular, the APY is going to go up, but after a while it will go down. You know, people will eventually get bored of it and they will jump into the newer vaults. And when the APY goes down, that increases the rate of people jumping out of a vault to go into some of the newer ones. If you look at the one that I am in, once again, this is for the $1 a day series. So when I first jumped into this, the APY was really high. It was at like 300% or something like that, something really high. And then slowly over time, it dropped down, dropped down, dropped down, and now it's only at 0.07%. So I'm not even really earning anything with it anymore, which means it's time for me to get out of here and jump into a different vault. As you can see, there actually is people still depositing, which is surprising. I figured everyone would have withdrawn everything. Oh, actually, that's me. That's personal. If we go for total, we can see, okay, yeah, so there are people just basically taking their money out of the vault because it's not producing any rewards right now. And so when I do my next episode of the series, I will pull my money out of this vault and get into a different vault. But this was a really good vault because it was wrapped Bitcoin and Bitcoin, Ethereum, and ARX. But it is time for another one. Actually, you know what? I might just go ahead and do it right after this video, and then I'll do some research to figure out what I want to jump into before starting the next episode. But yeah, you should watch that series if you're not taking a look at it. So that is pretty much how Dex Vault works. There is a video, of course, giving you a little bit more information if you want to dive deeper into it. But as you can see, the APYs are really good here. Really, really good. And actually, I think I might jump into that vault that we were looking at earlier. Which one was it? It was this one, because 27% on Bitcoin and Ethereum, that is really, really good. A great return on some very safe assets, Bitcoin and Ethereum. As you can see, each vault does have a risk level. This is the safest one, and that's actually the one that I had jumped into before. But if you are someone who has less of a risk tolerance, what you can do is you can actually you can arrange it by risk level right here. And let me switch that up. Okay, so you can see these are the lower risk vaults, all with BTC, but let me erase that. So these are all the lower risk vaults. And so if you just wanted to go into something that was less risky and you didn't care that it was a lower return, then you can jump into some of the lower risk ones. And of course, it's there's a bunch of different ones for each blockchain, and so I'm not going to go into all of them because there is a whole lot of different vaults. So that is pretty much it. Those are all the different ways that you can make money with DexFinance. DexFinance has been around for a long time, over a year, probably a year and a half by now. It's been around for a long time. I have been invested into DexFinance for well over a year, and I have not lost any money. It is very rare for me to say that for a crypto project that I've been in for over a year that I haven't lost any money. And so I am a huge fan of DexFinance. I think they're going to do some great things going forward, and they have not let me down. So let me know what you guys think. Are you invested into DexFinance? Have you heard about them before? Do you have any other investments you want me to take a look at? Would you like me to teach you guys how to actually get into these DeFi projects? Because I have had a few people asking me, they don't really know how to set up a MetaMask account, how to navigate different blockchains and different things like that. So let me know in the comments below. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.